wanted maybe to start with the title of this conference, because it's Advanced Materials and Manufacturing Technologies. So the first point I would like to leave when I come to my presentation, also what we want to do on the work program 2025. These are two areas which should go a bit more hand in hand. We need manufacturing technologies to produce innovative materials. Let's face it. We're not only focusing on the design of advanced materials in the laboratory, we need to manufacture them. So it should go much more into hands. And if I look now into advanced manufacturing technologies, of course you have many areas. One is to take advantage of the new functions of an advanced materials. But let's think about circular economy, where you go far beyond advanced materials. Think about a fridge with 900 parts, and now you start applying circular economy to tell a citizen what dimension we are facing. And of course, we're moving also from the design of individual products to the design of digital platforms, not only the car industry, but also for future products. But let me focus today really on the link between advanced materials and manufacturing. And as Maria Cristina Russo already indicated, it reflects maybe also a bit a shift how we want to work in the European Union. We have been in Krakow in Poland. There was a conference, and there was one speaker who was actually very good in summarizing this, saying the EU has a bit to move towards the United States. The EU should not think about give a grant to an idea, but invest. And this is what we try to do with the advanced materials. And you, Francesca Galli, said you encourage us here, we encourage you to do this event, but I would like to reciprocate this compliment. We felt encouraged to come because we had a lot of contacts with the Italian communities. I'm not here for the first time in Bergamo. I was here last year, so there's a lot of interest here. So that's also the reason why I'm here, also to join us in our journey. How can we actually invest together? I will not go now into all the details what we do on advanced materials, but I would like just to reassure you, research and industrial uptake are no longer separate worlds. It has to go together. And I think that is a bit also the future, to go beyond the current boundaries. Research here and industry there, no. So we have industrial needs, and Francesca Galli was very clear. We have to go along this route. That's the first more general part. Of course, the interesting part, since I speak about investments, we should speak about investments under our work program. I would like to give you an insight into something very concrete. This is a work program for 2025. Thank you to you. This is a work program for 2025. I could, of course, spend hours. You can get the slides afterwards, but these are the calls which are out now. They're out since 23rd of May. You have time to submit proposals. Until end of September, early October, you have to look into the detailed call text. It is there. And this is a bit on advanced materials, the new logic we would like really to pursue. The first topic, which is about 30 million euros, it's a RIA, and it's about looking at smart maintenance and repair strategies in the construction sector. So it's not a topic which says, do you want to do research on a given type of materials? It's a topic which actually defines what we want. And the materials, or the type of materials, is the next point. So here you talk, of course, a lot about the extending the life cycle of construction products. You talk about the construction project should be safe and sustainable in the long time. But as a research topic is actually open for material scientists and industry, whatever they think fits this purpose. The 30 million euros stands for several projects. The next one is not only focusing on constructions, but we have 4 areas. This is about sealants and coatings. Some people in workshops say this is very boring, but if you talk about the life cycle of products, and it is 5 years or 10 years, it depends on coatings, all of a sudden you see your business case. It makes a huge difference. This would be for 30 million euros. We would have around 4 to 5 projects which we would like to select, and we are expecting here proposals in the areas of mobility, construction, electronics, or energy. The third element, and this is a bit an innovation, and coming back, how can we actually ensure that there's more industrial uptake? In policy, we're using a lot of public procurement policies. But this is a big step. Go to a seminar with public procurers and they will tell you, what do you have on the shelf? Don't come with me to research innovation. Don't come. I don't have the time. I need something now. And this support action should actually put together a community to say, what can we actually do to drive this more forward, to have more innovation procurement? Because procurement is giving you a lot of leverage also on the market. With materials comments, and this is something where we would like to start a long-term project digitizing the design of advanced materials. So there we are grateful that several member states, including also Italy, become here a very active player in setting up data infrastructures for experimenting and exchanging data for the design of advanced materials, a long-term project. But it should help us really to build on something which we need and not to rely only on what is happening in the United States of America. I'm conscious of timing, so we have another one here on photonics, enabling low power and ultra broadband performance for telecommunication. So this brings us also to the world of 2D materials and graphene. We have also something where we mainly refer to conformable, flexible or stretchable electronics. We have something which is quite burning, but this is not linked to a partnership, which is PFAS. And here we're all conscious about the huge issue about PFAS and where the world should go in terms of regulation. But one answer to this is also research. So this is a topic which allows you to come in with ideas, what do we do and what could be done in construction, textiles, automotive, electronics, electrical appliances on PFAS. Many people say this is actually an issue for chemicals, but I have learned quite quickly the solution to replace PFAS is actually in advanced materials. That is a solution. So it's very much not a chemical, it's an advanced materials topic. And we have something more general on, we would like to move on chemicals and materials. We need to look at the life cycle assessment. This might be more for the academic world. On safety there is a lot out, but not on sustainability and the environmental footprint. There's not a lot out. So this will be a research topic on advanced materials. Giulio, you asked me to go a little bit longer and to show also our more integrated approach. Because I think the message I wanted to give to you at the beginning, we should stop a bit separating advanced materials from manufacturing. They go together. And those who don't want to learn this, learn it when it comes to managing data. Then they will understand. So it's useful maybe to have a look also what we're doing on advanced manufacturing technologies, because some elements are relevant. The first one is, of course, the whole world of the net zero industry. There exists a Net Zero Industry Act. We're talking here about wind blades, batteries. And here, of course, the manufacturers need to play a role which with models they can come. And if I start with molding and additive manufacturing, you see already the link also to materials of interest. The next step to say a bit more and to have an integrative model is how do you integrate net zero technologies into energy intensive industries? A totally different aspect is the steel sector. Very conservative. But maybe we need new input materials for steel making. And there was a huge interest, and I see there here representatives also from the steel sector. And we put forward here also a topic in this regard. For 2 RIA, so more research-driven, but highly relevant for the steel sector. If you speak about upcycling technologies, you speak about end-of-life waste, secondary raw materials. Because in future you will have 2 avenues. Which is more cost-effective? You recycle and you end up in secondary raw materials, or you need innovative advanced materials. And it will be, at the end, it will be the costs. When you're on semiconductors, when you're looking at composite materials, complicated as a secondary raw material. If you start thinking about rare earths, the jury seems to be out. Because we have the first companies who start actually thinking not to recycle rare earths, but actually to think, can we not use the functions and turn up something new, innovative, advanced materials. This is, I think, what is happening here on the end of waste and the secondary raw materials. That's the focus. It's not advanced materials. We have something which is, and this is safe and clean processing technologies and products. I think it was a little bit inspired by a huge scandal on a steel plant many decades ago, but I know many Italians are speaking it about today. Hazardous substances in steel making, very serious, and we need to invest more on this. So it's not only competitiveness, it's also at the end also the safety of environment, and we would like to shed some more light on this, what can be done against hazardous substances coming out of steel production, production of other energy intensive industries. Last but not least, we would like to have also input for an innovation action on increasing the recovery rates for critical raw materials. So these two slides, and I have been probably very dense and very short, but they should give you a bit an appetite to come in, because now the consortia starts building for future projects. The size of the projects is between 6 and 8 million euros. It's competitive, but we are looking forward also to very good projects. This is just a research dimension on advanced materials, but many other aspects as well. And since you asked me to promote this, there's plenty of material really out. Info days have already been held. You have national contact points which can provide information much more. But I'm happy to be here. But overall, I think a big thank you for the opportunity to discuss advanced materials and manufacturing altogether. This is very good, and I'm looking forward now to a very interesting discussion, also thanks to the nice interpretation I'm getting here. Thanks for your hospitality and for the opportunity to speak. Thank you.